I think the art of embarrassing yourself is an underappreciated skill. I think it's really important to kind of show your human side at all times, with every population you work with. And it just like lowers the barrier to entry in conversation, makes you more relatable as a leader. I just have really, it's really uncomfortable and it kind of sucks, but it's always been one of the more effective tools I've ever used.
So take us back to then coaching. Were you able to then, there's a lot of strength coaches that just try to, cut off sleeves, strong arm people into doing things. And did you find the opposite worked for you?
Well, first of all, the cutoff sleeves never worked for me because I can't really fill them out. So that
Not
would
with
not
that
have been
attitude.
that would not have been super intimidating. Those who know me know I'm of a slender build. And while I might try to put on size through my various weightlifting modalities, I cannot. I have literally done everything possible to gain some lbs, but this endurance runner's frame doesn't seem to pack it on as efficiently. But anyway, to answer your question, while it wasn't that, I didn't go to the opposite end of the spectrum in that way. I definitely, while I didn't mean to embarrass myself, there were several times where I did embarrass myself in front of athletes, whether through demonstration or messing up an inspirational talk that we were having at the end. And all of a sudden, they're laughing and then you have to laugh. Like if you don't laugh, then you're the asshole. So, and then I'm laughing and then suddenly you're a human and nobody remembers the stupid thing that you did, or maybe they do, but you're one of them. And it's so much easier to buy into a person and believe in them when you see yourself in them than if you just see them as this aspirational, unattainable person on a pedestal.
Do you feel that was earned throughout your career, or something you had an ability to connect that helped then you become a great coach?
Well, I think initially it was really difficult to find the line between coach and athlete because I was of a very similar age to a lot of the people that I was coaching. I came right out of college and was instantly coaching my peers, like actually people that were older than me. So it was hard to be relatable and embarrass myself and do a lot of those things when I was first coaching because I almost had to exude this false confidence and this like big personality to show them like, don't F with me. And as I got older and more confident and started seeing more of a gap between our ages, I think it was easier for me to be like, look, they're not going to cross that line between friend and coach. So I can let myself be a little bit more vulnerable knowing they're not going to cross that boundary and I'm not going to cross that boundary either.
Yeah. My first coaching experience, grad assistant to my team. So I was coaching my friends, former teammates.
Impossible.
And now they were my athletes. Well, there was challenges. I was also team captain for a lot of these guys. So it was the same expectation, a high expectation of performance. There was some conflict with like some of the freshmen, the younger guys that were walking into that college experience for the first time, and the high expectation possibly in the weight room, where the weight room is not as associated with the sport of lacrosse as it is football. So these guys were first exposed to the barbell, and I freaking Texas football player coach with the expectation, and certainly I got the Division III for a few years to really learn how to coach versus just that high demand of people, and realizing like, all right, let's establish an expectation versus a demand.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you that different coaching styles are required. And even within that, there were probably people that would have done better with a more demanding style coach. Whereas obviously, as you saw, there were others that did not. And I think it's one of the most common flaws that we have is that you're told that you have to develop this coaching philosophy and this coaching persona. Like, what kind of coach are you? Like, what kind of question is that? I'm whatever kind of coach is required of the situation. Like we're a Swiss Army knife. We need to be able to pull out one type of coaching for one athlete and another type for another athlete. And while your overall, value system and the way that you deliver information might have a common thread, I think it's actually a huge miss to think that we could have one specific type of coaching style.
Freight train and I'm right on track. I'm